Hello, and welcome back to another video. I am so glad you all decided to join me again. This week, we're going to continue working on my summer wardrobe. I am trying to balance making stuff for myself and for my kiddo, who has a very different style than me. She's very into cute, shabby chic cottage core. I'll put some pictures up. But it's all very cute, very florally, and it's part of being a stay-at-home mom who is a DIYer is I have to do all of these things on a budget. I cannot afford to keep making myself clothes and making my kiddo clothes, with the cost of fabrics being anywhere from $7 to $20 a yard. So to make things a little bit more budget friendly, I started turning to bed sheets. Yes, you heard me correctly, bed sheets. This week, we are going to make both me and my mini-me a cute matching set of Cottage Core sundresses, reclaiming bed sheets. But with the price of fabric anymore, and now a lot of the craft stores doing away with coupons, it's becoming more and more expensive to be a sewist or a crafter in general. I got a queen size set of bed sheets for $20. They're a beautiful microfiber cotton blend with these adorable little pink roses on them, which is right up my kiddo's alley for her cottage core. So we're going to use this pattern for her, and we're going to use this pattern for me, and we're going to get both dresses out of one set of bed sheets. Stick around. So these are the sheets that we are going to be making today's dresses with. Isn't it the cutest? So, in looking at this queen flat sheet alone is 90 by 102. That's the equivalent of 6 yards of 45 wide fabric. So that is more than plenty to get my dress and make one for mini-me. We're also going to be using this button loop tape instead of making the buttonholes down the front. And then we're going to be using these cutie patootie pearl buttons. Aren't they adorable? Now that I have the elastic out and I've ironed it, I'm thinking I'm actually going to use what was the elastic casing as the skirt hem. That will save me so much time in pressing and sewing. So not only is this project working out to be budget friendlier, it's going to be time savvy too. I've now got everything for my dress cut out. I've got everything for B's dress cut out. And then I still have, of the flat sheet, I still have about 2.5 yards by about 45. So, about 2.5 yards of fabric. And all 4 pillowcases still. So as far as economy-wise, I could pull another dress out of this, making 3 dresses for under $30, a total bargain. I'm happy. I'm going to start off by assembling the skirt, which is skirt front, skirt sides, skirt back, and skirt pockets. The skirt for this particular dress is the kind of skirt where, again, our notches line up, but the top of this pocket is going to be in the waistband of our skirt when we're done. So we assemble it really similarly to the skirt that we did in my Aqua Tofana dress, except when we're sewing this seam, we come around, come back up, and we end here, and then we'll just put a little beep, 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 beep right there once they're tucked in. And again, just like with the previous pattern, my skirt pieces are right sides together. My pocket pieces are wrong sides together. And we're going to flip them inside to make a sandwich. That's just so we make sure that they're all lined up nicely. Loop. Okay, now I'm gonna sew these two together, so they're right sides together, and then I'm gonna sew these two together, right sides together, just to the end of the pocket. And just like with the other dress that we did, that we added a pocket, these pockets are all sewn in. The difference, because this is a waistband, a pocket that sits even with the waistband, all we did is at about 5/8 of an inch in from the original seam, we sewed 2 inches down and back up to basically continue as a continuation of that seam, although it's open.
The skirt is now fully assembled, which we'll put aside until we're done with the bodice. And so we're going to assemble the 2 back pieces, assemble the 2 front pieces according to the instructions. I actually then went ahead and attached the facing and the lining, and it's actually really easy to assemble. It came together super quickly. Using this sheet ended up working out really, really well because it ironed well, it sews well, so that was a really great decision, and I'm really happy with how it's turning out. So at this point, all I need to do is assemble the sleeves and then attach them. So I serged around the keyhole, and then I turned it in really tight and pivot like you are Ross carrying a couch up a Manhattan stairwell. Now I just need to attach the tie to the sleeve. And at this point, I am trying to decide whether I want the button loop tape to be on the outside of the dress or if I want it to be on the inside of the dress. And ultimately, I decided to put it on the inside of the dress because I don't want to keep all of the button loops. I actually ended up cutting off every other button loop. So by attaching it to the inside of the dress, the fact that some of them are missing is hidden. I am now working on this dress for Mini-Me. To save time and to utilize the sheets to their fullest potential, I am using the elastic casing as the hem of the skirt. And I'm just going to bury these threads up into the side seam and they'll just disappear. I am also going to utilize the top fold of the flat sheet. I cut it off and I'm using it as the ruffle of this one right there, that guy. In this pattern, it's piece 11 and I would have had to have hemmed it and turn all of those edges down. But yeah, that's already done for me since it's a sheet. To assemble this dress, I started off by attaching the bodice front to its lining, clipped the curves, and then flipped it right side out. And then I understitched those seams, and then I pinned the ruffle in place and sandwiched it in between the bodice front and its lining on both the left and the right side of the bodice front pieces, and that will sandwich the seams inside the lining so that way you don't see them. It'll result in some fancy inside outing later. But this is what it looks like with that ruffle in place and pushed to the back and now pushed to the front so you can see the other side. And then here is the bodice back. Again, I followed the package instructions provided by McCall's. Here it is attached. And overall, if I was reviewing this McCall's pattern, I would say not to buy it because there's a lot of convoluted instructions and there's a lot of odd pieces as to how it assembled, but the finished piece is really cute.
So I sat down to do my final thoughts video in my hotel room after doing the photo shoot. But it was my birthday, and so birthday festivities took priority. So now we're home again. I needed a win. After the last week, it's been rough. I needed a win. And I am super happy with this dress. There was a few hiccups. I needed to replace a couple of buttons sitting in my hotel room, but thank God I brought them with me just in case. Because 2 of them broke. But those things happen. That's why you bring spares. I am super happy with it. I'm not going to do a reveal photo of B because Nick and I have discussed it on multiple occasions and we don't want her in videos. She's still a little too young, a little too naive. And the internet is a scary place for little kids. And that's our decision. And B, she is actually staying with her grandma for a little bit. So we shipped the dress up to her so she could have it at grandma's, and we haven't seen her in it yet. But I'm okay with that because I'll give you guys pictures of it from before I shipped it to her. And that just is what it is. And I'm okay with that. So I love you all. Thank you so much for sticking around with me through good times and bad. I greatly appreciate all of you. I love you very much. Like, comment, and subscribe to keep seeing more stuff. My hair is so nice. I'm having a lot of humidity. Humidity frizz. Hello? That's the front door. I guess that means that I'm done recording. Because the house is no longer going to be quiet.